What's poppin', y'all? Meg the Stallion hasn't been having very good 2 months of PR or so. Actually, we could just call it 1 month, because at the end of April of last month, it started going around this lawsuit that she got from a former photographer or employee, and she was accused of abusive work environment, including harassing the guy in a, how do you say, X-rated manner. So it said Megan Thee Stallion has been sued by a former employee who alleges she withheld payment and created an abusive work environment, including having sex with a woman next to him in a moving car. So this whole lawsuit is about her withholding payment. It doesn't really have anything to do with this abusive work environment. I think they're just adding that in there, and it does make for a very, very captivating headline that's going to spread. I'm pretty sure they knew, hey, if we throw this in there, especially with what happened with Tory and Megan, and there are a bunch of people that want to jump on Megan, not in that way, that it'll get more legs and perhaps make them quicker to settle. So I understand what they were doing. This guy is not suing her for behaving in this manner. So yeah, it was a cameraman. He alleges severe and pervasive harassment, including sexual comments with fat-shaming insults, as well as loss of earnings. He's seeking unpaid wages and interest on them, as well as damages and penalties under California labor laws. And then, obviously, her attorney said this is an employment claim for money with no harassment claim filed and with salacious accusations to attempt to embarrass her. We will deal with this in court. So what he said is, in 2019, he alleged that during a trip to Ibiza, Megan began having sex in an SUV they were traveling in together. I felt uncomfortable. I was kind of frozen and I was shocked. I'd kind of just be the overall audacity to do this, right beside me. And he claims Megan told him the following day, don't ever discuss what you saw. And he said that he was in a position to watch her do this with another woman. So not only is she engaging in rug munching behavior, she's doing it in a car with another dude right next to her and the driver there. This is just uncouth, to say the least. Is it surprising by Megan Thee Stallion? Absolutely not. And he also alleged that she called him a fat bitch and spit your food out. You don't need to be eating. Yo, so after this happens, a bunch of people come at Megan, more people come at the guy. Just the nature of the game. This is a very Diddy-esque activity, though, for Megan to be engaging in. Do I believe this is true? Hell yeah. The reason why I say that is what kind of guy, we need to know also, number one, is this guy straight or not? Because that does color the perspective of whether or not he would share this. Because what kind of guy would share this? Even if you didn't like that, I don't want to see that. Like that whole girl stuff, like get that away from me. I'm not interested. With that being said, even if I was in that position like this guy, I would not have admitted that. I just want my money. And I'd be like, hey, get me paid. So if it's a gay dude, then I could see them wanting to expose her in this manner. But also, it's how people perceive it. So a bunch of people were coming at the guy. They're like, oh, so he's got a problem with that? I would have wanted that to be me. Just the unbelievable, unsatiable, and lack of, how do you even say it? Like home training by the majority of guys. It brings me to a level of disgust that I can't even fathom to put into words. It's sometimes I just can't understand. It's like, what the hell is wrong with you? Like, really? Anyway, so he gets not attacked, but he gets clowned on. Some people that don't like Meg already are coming at Meg for this. Regardless of where you stand, this is completely beyond unprofessional behavior. And then this month, it resurfaces this clip where Megan talks about, beating her man, and then she doesn't beat men anymore because they'll snitch and tell on her. And she says that she used to do it and all this other stuff. But just to point out, none of this has had any effect on her career whatsoever, nor will it have any effect on her career whatsoever. The only thing that could take Megan Thee Stallion down is if another woman says she was beating her up. That is the only thing. And I do think people are doing too much when it comes to Megan Thee Stallion, like trying to take her down. It's not happening, dog. They already chose her. She's the chosen one. Once you paint somebody as a victim, they're not going to go flip around and turn her into the aggressor or perpetrator, even if it's in another scenario where it may be justified from the victim's end that Megan Thee Stallion was the perpetrator. And we've heard too many stories about Megan being an alcoholic, and I think she has an alcohol sponsorship now, which is insanity. But she had a #1 song this year. She had that Hiss song, which quickly, it's kind of like a rocket took off and then it just fell down slowly off the charts. That's what happened with Hiss. She hasn't dropped an album yet, although I think she's supposed to be gearing up for one. Wasn't she on tour, though? I thought she was trying to go on an arena tour that hasn't been going too well. What was it called? Yeah, was it the His tour? The Hot Girl Summer Tour, yeah, May 2024. Let me take a look, actually, at how the tickets are doing. Let's check Memphis, Tennessee, right? Let's find some tickets. Actually, Atlanta, Georgia, right? That's a big market. So is Memphis. Man, now Ticketmaster won't let me on. Okay, it is what I will say, I haven't seen any footage from her being on tour, and the tour should have been going on for at least the past week or so. This is something I don't get. It would look so great for Megan Thee Stallion if she's selling out arenas and we see the footage. It'll shut up a lot of the haters. So what I assume is when I don't see this footage is that, number one, they're not putting money behind it for it to show up, which I wouldn't say is a mistake, but I don't understand the reasoning behind that. Or number two, it's not looking too hot, and then that's concerning as well. But Megan Thee Stallion hasn't gone on an official tour for years, so I would assume that this would do numbers. I mean, they've got her doing an arena tour. Would I have put her on an arena tour? I don't know. I've never run a tour, so definitely don't ask me about that. I think Megan Thee Stallion will be fine. I do think there will be more and more things that surface in her past because a lot of people say she was moving mad pre-Tory Lanez. So this was 2019 that this happened. So 2018, I would say 2019, 2020, people say she was not going crazy, but there are a lot of stories, and I think most of those stories won't actually harm her. Like, for instance, like Blueface saying he hit, or Lil Skies. I'm not saying Lil Skies said that. I'm just throwing another random rapper name. If all of these rappers say they hit, I don't really think that harms Megan Thee Stallion at all. Like, some people, we might just look at it and laugh, but in terms of her fans being disgusted by it, that's not happening. Her trying to spin it, like I've said prior, that doesn't work. And she's better off just letting it rock. She does need to come out with another album or something, though. I mean, yeah, she had that His song. It did well. She's had songs that have been doing well. But it feels like at this point in her career, I wouldn't call it a lull, but I'm wondering what's next. I remember when she had that, not quick ascent, but it was, hey, she dropped this mixtape and it went crazy. And she had this song with, was it Cardi B? Was she on the WAP song? I don't know. She had the song with Beyonce that went #1. And then she got on this movie or this scene in this TV show. I don't know. It was one of those Marvel things. I've never watched a Marvel movie, so don't come at me for that. It was like, okay, whoa, she's doing a movie appearance. Oh, now she's got this big deal and so on and so forth. And now it kind of feels like, okay, what's the next big thing for Megan Thee Stallion? This tour is a big deal. Now, I wonder if Megan Thee Stallion has any overseas fans. That's also a question that I have. But let me know what you guys think about this in the comments. Like and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. Where do you see Megan Thee Stallion going from here in her career? Like and subscribe and hit the notification bell if you enjoyed. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram. Thank you for watching. Peace.